Hey guys, welcome back. Take an opportunity today. I am shucking corn to put on the grill later today, and I could not miss an opportunity to talk to you about corn silk. Fantastic medicinal purposes. Never waste it. If it's anything, food, plants, anything that you can use every part of it, do that. And these are things to learn. These are a lot of things that we have on hand that can help a lot of different ailments. You know what I say, know it now in case you can't get medical attention or whatever later. And if you can do it naturally, why not? Saves you a trip, medicine, buying things, you know how that route goes. But I'm going to go over the benefits for it. I will have some warnings I'm going to talk about, and please always read my descriptions. A lot of times I stick the warnings down there for your safety, so please read that. And I will also go through, list underneath there, my recipes of how I make my tea, my tinctures and infusions with corn silk. Okay, so let me go over the benefits and uses of it, and then we'll talk about some of the warnings. Now, corn silk is one of those things that if you think anything urinary for, urinary tract, kidneys, anything, this is a great one, a tea for this. UTIs, cystitis, men who have like inflammation in their prostates, this works great for that. Kidney stones, anything like that. This is a great one for that. This is also one that, a long time ago, and some people, they still use it if they know about it, is prolonged bedwetting in like children. Corn silk, you would give them like a cup amount of like corn silk tea about an hour or so before bed. That is something that is known for to help. And so also is high in vitamin K. So that's going to help your clotting or any bleeding, injuries, issues, things like you have. With that, again, there's going to be warnings about a lot of these, and I'll go over those, but please read those. Helps lower your blood pressure, good for heart disease, and preventing and helping with that. Regulates your blood sugar. It's going to balance it out. Again, there's warnings with several of these. This is an overall heals inflammation in your body. You know what I always say, inflammation, that's where things start with, inflammation causes a snowball effect of other ailments, diseases, and things like that. Corn silk is also really good for people with gout. It works wonderful for that. People who suffer from gout. Apple cider vinegar is another really good one. Consume that regularly if you suffer from gout. Those two work really great. And yes, you can take them. I'm not saying mix them together, but you can take them at the same time if you suffer from that. Works great. Lowers cholesterol, which is going to go with your heart health and so many other things. Great just to have that. High in vitamin C, which is, is going to be your antioxidant, your immune booster, things like that. Now, corn silk is also one that is used to treat malaria and the nausea and vomiting and things that come with malaria. Corn silk, tea or tinctures work great for that. Now, topically, you can use it for boils, rashes, injuries, any kind of skin ailment, pains. You can use corn silk in the different ways I've talked about it. Corn silk also, especially in other countries, it's used for pigmentation issues. People can lose pigmentation in their skin or get hyperpigmentation. That is something that helps regulate that, is consuming corn silk tea. So some of the warnings. Now, if you have low potassium, I do not recommend corn silk, because corn silk is a diuretic, and that can flush people too much if you have problems with potassium. It is not recommended if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. With that, of course, if you have a corn allergy of any sort, don't consume this. Another thing I want to think, if you are your corn with anything like this, like even shucks, like people use the corn shucks and use it in culinary things, I would make sure you have organic or really clean one, because you don't want, because corn is very heavily sprayed type crop. You don't want to be consuming that. You can have really bad effects from that. So more warnings. If you're on insulin, diabetes, medications, stuff like that, you need to watch that more carefully. Depending on how severe your diabetes are, I would run it by a pharmacist or your doctor, because it can drop your blood sugar out if you're already on something, because of how it helps regulate that anyways. Same if you're on high blood pressure medicines, same thing, same warning, because it has that effect. It's going to lower that and regulate it. If you're on medicines, you don't want it to go down too far. Big thing is if you're on blood thinners, if you need blood thinners, please do not consume corn silk in any form, because it has vitamin K, which helps normal clotting and bleeding type things. But if you have a problem with clots and you're on blood thinners, that is not, because it's going to counteract. You don't want to take that. I would just avoid it. And I'll list down instead of reading out to you, my recipes for my tea, tincture, and infusions, and how long those keep, how you should take them, dosage and stuff like that. I'll list that in my description. Something I hope helps you guys, has wonderful benefits, and we usually have things like this. Corn is, well, it's still pretty cheap right now, and if you grow corn, use the silk, learn it. And I don't know if I mentioned, I do freeze mine, and you can also dry it to keep it longer, the corn silk, because I don't see the sense in wasting it, and I'll get it out when I need it. So something I want to share with you guys. I hope it helps. I hope everyone has a safe and great long weekend.